a play fake, and it's Watson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down, it would appear. And yes, the chain gang going to move the sticks. They take a risk on 4th and 4, but they get it by a full yard. Watson now to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. 59. In motion, Hill. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
Appreciate y'all, boy, tuning in. If you ain't sub to the channel, hit that sub button, man.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Herbert now. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Herbert going to change the play here. Now a play fake here on first down.
Ooh.
He throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I seen that nigga coming through, too.
He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before it the end zone.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Sly able to put this one through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10.
Like how?
Yeah, boy, it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And again, it's Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Watson sliding out of the pocket. Caught by Allen. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he fields it cleanly. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On 1st and 10, Herbert.
Oh, look at this boy.
Intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Did I just see
Why? Why, bro?
Had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. 2 yards the loss, 12. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
It's Hill, complete. Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
So you're not even going to block him. So you're not even going to block him. You're not even going to... Come on. Make that make sense, bro. You right here at the man.
Able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play,
he's doing something in the backfield.
Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Here's Herbert. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Tyreek Hill His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Chargers strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Watson off play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tanner Muse from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Herbert on 1st down now. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got
it out of there, though. Got it out of there, though.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Bro, how?
They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Reed Blankenship.
Calm the hell on.
Right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Why? You got to do what you got to do.
Complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
On 3rd down, it's Bates. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Now they'll audible to something else. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Watson. Open man is Atwell, complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. And trouble trying the middle here.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now Watson. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now an extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it
too much time on the clock.
Tied here in the 4th.
Got too much time on the clock.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Herbert. They'll get that complete.
Got too much time on the clock.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Hot deal.
Throwing Herbert. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
Here's 2nd down. Herbert gonna throw. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5.
That's a TD. That's a TD, bro.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. There he goes, right side. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. There are no flags. He's into the
Get him up out of here. Run that back, cuz. Run that back, cuz.
Hard-fought game through 4 quarters gets us into overtime, and then you can't even catch your breath and realize you're in overtime with the return of the ball game.
Run that back, cuz. There you go.